Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we'll be reviewing the Race to Celebrate versions of McQueen and Mater. So up first, here's the new for 2026 logo, and the Race to Celebrate logo, which looks pretty nice. I also really like the background. I like the fact that you can see radiator springs behind McQueen and Mater, and also tail fin pass. I think that's really cool. And McQueen and Mater themselves look really nice. Obviously, this is just a brand new Mater, just kind of recolored to basically just look like his Race to Celebrate design, as well as his spoiler, which was added on. And McQueen is basically just his Cars 2, his World Grand Prix design, just edited to look like his Race to Celebrate design. Anyways, on the back it just has the Cars logo and the Race to Celebrate logo, and it shows McQueen and Mater and Ramon and Flo. And also, like, the design on the back looks really nice. Yeah, and there's also like this teal line that's also on the top of the packaging on the front, so that's really nice. Oh yeah, and also like the confetti design. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see when the Race to Celebrate book comes out what they're actually like celebrating. Obviously, like McQueen, but like what exactly about McQueen. So yeah. Anyways, I'll be right back with these guys all opened up. So here they are out of the package, and they look really cool, gotta say. So I'm gonna start with Mater first, because I think that McQueen looks a lot cooler. But anyways, Mater just has this like a teal paint job, kind of similar to his brand new Mater design, except it's a different shade of teal. Well, on brand new Mater it's more of a just blue, while on the Race to Celebrate Mater it's just straight up teal, just like the main color of this line. And on the hood, well, at first he has a really nice smiling expression. He has both working headlights and also like a hood. I really hope that the book explains how he got his hood and working headlight back. Because the race and rescue one didn't. And Mater had his hood and the other headlight as well, but yeah, it didn't explain how he got it back. So I hope that the Race to Celebrate book does. But anyways, on his hood, he has the Race and Rescue logo. Race to Celebrate logo, sorry. It says 95 and LMQ with a little checkerboard pattern. And on his roof, he has roof lights, which all of them work. On his regular version, one of them is broken. I don't know which one it is, but yeah. And he also has orange rearview mirrors, which is pretty interesting. On his sides, he has 95 LMQ with a little checkerboard pattern. And he also has a bunch of lightning bolts, orange lightning bolts with a purple trim. And he also has a purple trim on his sides, on the bottom. So, yeah. And he also has yellow wheels with really unique yellow rims and he also with a teal trim as well, which looks pretty cool. And he also has this little dents. Well, not dents, but like little. I don't know what to call it, but like this little hole on the sides. What's interesting is that he doesn't have his rear window, which is interesting. So yeah, moving on to his spoiler, he doesn't have his tow cables, which is interesting. His spoiler is kind of yellow with a checkerboard pattern and like a part of a lightning bolt with that purple trim again. And the sides of his wings, the sides of his spoiler, are basically like shaped like lightning bolts with a lightning bolt design as well in teal, purple, and orange. So yeah, and his truck bed is silver, which is pretty nice. He has his 2 tail lights and his caution stripes in purple and teal. He also has his classic A113 license plate, obviously. So yeah, he also has 2 lights on the back of his sides. So yeah, I think Mater looks really nice. Moving on to McQueen, who I think might be my favorite one of the whole like series. That depends on like how I think about Ramon and Boost, who's coming out. So yeah. Anyways, starting with McQueen, he has his classic smiling expression. This is basically the same facial expression as World Grand Prix McQueen, including the eyes. Like they're basically just copied from World Grand Prix McQueen. Here are his headlights. He also has a yellow 95 underneath his headlight. And on his hood, he has a lightning bolt with a teal LMQ with an orange trim, which looks pretty nice. The little tail on the Q looks like a lightning bolt, which I think is pretty nice. So yeah, on the sides, he has a teal 95 with a yellow trim, which I think looks really cool. And on his roof, he has just his normal 95 with a teal trim. He also has that same race to celebrate. Sorry, I keep messing it up. I mean, Mattel just like used the same like first word, race and rescue, race to celebrate, you know. But anyways, yeah, he has that same race to celebrate logo, except instead of 95, he has just his lightning bolt, which I guess kind of replaces his lightning bolt stickers. Although, I don't think the World Grand Prix McQueen has them either, so I guess he just kind of follows the same design as World Grand Prix McQueen. But it's kind of clever, I guess. And if you think about it, this could work as like just a regular McQueen variant, not necessarily like a celebration one. But yeah. And he also has his lightning bolt, which is made up of smaller lightning bolts. Well, yeah. He has a teal lightning bolt with purple trim as well. And his main lightning bolt has both a purple and a teal trim. He has a bunch of shades of orange and yellow. And his wheels are also teal with a lighter text and like rims that fade to orange and to yellow, which look really cool. And on his roof, he has his signature, which is kind of looks like it's in silver, but it could be teal. It's kind of blurry, but it's okay. And he also has his gas cap, which isn't colored for some reason. It's not colored in. So yeah. He also has this really unique spoiler with LMQ with a checkerboard pattern again. And little ridges, I guess. That's what I call them. And also he has kind of the same design, like teal, purple, and like a part of the lightning bolt, just like on Mater. And just like on Mater, the ends of his spoiler are shaped like lightning bolts, and he has a teal, purple, and a part of the lightning bolt in orange. So yeah, and on his back, it's pretty simplistic. He just has LMQ and 95. So yeah. And he also has his back window with his I forgot what these window bars. So yeah. So up first, I wanted to compare the Race to Celebrate Mater to his regular version. So yeah, as you can see, the Race to Celebrate variant has Mater's hood and his working headlight, which yeah, look pretty nice. And as I said, his roof lights, like one of Mater's roof lights is broken, but on the Race to Celebrate version, they're all like, they all work, so that's nice. Now, a lot of people thought that Race to Celebrate Mater would just be kind of reusing Tokyo Mater's mold, but that's not really the case. Just that he uses the spoiler that Tokyo Mater, I guess, has. Well, not really, because obviously Tokyo Mater doesn't have lightning bolts on the ends of his spoiler. So yeah, but like the similar concept basically. Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, Race to Celebrate Mater has different wheels, which look pretty nice. And of course, he doesn't have his tow cables, so yeah, that's a pretty big difference. Now, normal Mater doesn't really have his back window either. At least the diecast doesn't, which is inaccurate. So I guess that's what Mattel based this design off of. Just normal Mater, just with kind of restored features like his roof lights, his working headlight, and hood. But yeah, basically a similar concept. I imagine Race and Rescue Mater doesn't have a back window either. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't have that version, so that's just my guess. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's like a significant difference. Mater has his extra features on his truck bed, whereas normal Mater doesn't. At least, well, yeah, I don't think he does, because his tow cables just take up that space. So that's interesting. And obviously he has this extra part of his truck bed because he doesn't have his tow cables, obviously. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's basically just normal Mater, just with added features and a slightly different expression as well. So yeah. Up next is McQueen, and first I wanted to compare him to the World Grand Prix McQueen, and as you can see, they're as I said, their eye expressions are pretty much the same. Maybe slightly different, but yeah, they're mostly the same. So yeah, interestingly, World Grand Prix McQueen does have his gas cap colored in, but Race to Celebrate McQueen doesn't, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of wish that he did, but that's okay. Also, their rims are pretty much the same because, obviously, Race to Celebrate McQueen just reuses the same, model, which also includes the tires. So, yeah. What's interesting is that, at least on this McQueen, on this World Grand Prix McQueen, which is the Vietnam variant, the signature, McQueen's signature is above where it's supposed to be usually, which is interesting. I don't know if mine is just a printing error. Doesn't seem like it because it is the same on both sides. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, obviously, Race to Celebrate McQueen has less detail, which I kind of wish there was more detail, but I don't know. It's fine. Obviously, their spoilers are different, as you can see. What's interesting is that on World Grand Prix McQueen, he has both gas caps colored in. Well, the fact that he has two gas caps is pretty weird. So yeah, it's kind of an error on Mattel's part. But yeah, I didn't point it out because I didn't point it out on this McQueen because it's not really. I mean, it's not supposed to be there. So yeah, I just didn't acknowledge it. But yeah. And the other World Grand Prix McQueen, I guess, or at least that I thought of to compare. I have another one, the Endurance Racer, so I'll probably pull him out and compare him to this McQueen. But yeah, first I wanted to compare him to GRC McQueen. So yeah, obviously I think this one, this might be the only World Grand Prix McQueen variant, or at least World Grand Prix McQueen, McQueen that uses the World Grand Prix model that has the most different face. So yeah, also his mouth is kind of colored in, which is pretty nice. So yeah, the wheels are also kind of different. GRC McQueen just kind of switches around the gray and the red on regular World Grand Prix McQueen. Also, GRC McQueen doesn't have the signature that McQueen has, so that's interesting. Once again, just like Race to Celebrate McQueen, the GRC McQueen doesn't have that much of a detailed back, but yeah, it kind of follows the same pattern, just a logo and number 95. So obviously their wings are different because GRC McQueen just reuses the World Grand Prix McQueen's wing. And also, yeah, so interestingly, GRC McQueen just has only one gas cap colored in, which is also the McQueen, where McQueen's gas cap actually should be. So that's really nice, but obviously the other gas cap is still molded in. So yeah, I wonder why a race to celebrate McQueen doesn't have it colored in. And it's not just my variants either, like it's on all of them. So yeah. But yeah. So lastly, I wanted to compare McQueen to his endurance racer variants. So yeah, as you can see, slightly different expressions. The mouth on mine is kind of weird, but it's fine. What's interesting is that I'm pretty sure on this McQueen, his rims are kind of different. So that's interesting. An interesting difference. But yeah, this gas cap is colored in once again. And he also has a signature on the roof, which is actually in his correct spot. So I don't know if it's just like my copy. It could be, or maybe it's just the Vietnam variant got it wrong. But yeah, it's interesting. But anyways, once again, he just reuses World Grand Prix McQueen's spoiler, and on the back, his is even more like I guess plain. He just has number 95, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, not even a Rusty's logo, which is kind of surprising because that's his sponsor, obviously. So yeah, I just think that's interesting. But anyways, yeah, so the other gas cap is not colored in, like it really shouldn't be there. But yeah, even the endurance racer variant acknowledges that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to compare them to. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.